A Laurel County father tells us what led to his toddler being found walking alone in traffic.
Several businesses here in Letcher County have closed. I talked to the mayor of Whitesburg about how they plan to help the small businesses grow.
The weekend forecast looks cool but nice. Those details now at 5:30.
Dedicated to Southern and Eastern Kentucky, this is WYMT Mountain News at 5:30.
Good evening, I'm Steve Hensley. A Southern Kentucky father was taken to jail accused of putting his son in harm's way by not watching after him. That 3-year-old was found walking alone outside. Police say it could have had a tragic ending. We spoke to the father in jail who claims what happened to him could happen to anyone. But police say the father's act of negligence is clearly a crime. WYMT's Phil Pendleton has more from Laurel County.
About 11 o'clock Thursday morning, a man on Hicks Road in London called 911 after seeing a little boy outside all by himself.
He can't be no more than 3 years old. Running around out in the middle of the road. He's been throwing rocks at cars.
Police showed up and they said they found the toddler sitting on the porch. His father was asleep upstairs.
It's kind of scary because it's honestly, it's an honest mistake. I mean, it could happen to anybody.
The police say what Troy did was a crime and they charged him with wanton endangerment.
And obviously, if the child was outside in the road, you're definitely not exercising control over that child.
A neighbor told dispatchers they tried to alert the father what was going on to no avail.
I knocked on the door. I rang the doorbell.
Troy tells us he went to bed late and did lock the door, but somehow his son still got out.
Yeah, because my girlfriend leaves early in the morning, and the deadbolt and the bottom lock were locked.
Well, it's really difficult for us to believe that he exercised the proper control over this child.
Police say the child was found with an extremely dirty diaper and had nothing on his feet.
Obviously, something was not right in this situation.
It's really embarrassing. I've never been in this jail before.
Troy says Child Protective Services is giving him a week to install door alarms that will alert him when his son opens the door from the inside. In Laurel County, Phil Pendleton, WYMT Mountain News.
Police say social services were called, and Troy says his son's mother is now watching him. New information tonight on an animal cruelty investigation in Estill County. A grand jury chose not to indict a man who was accused of shooting and killing a search dog. Charles Collins was facing a charge of animal cruelty. Court officials tell us at this point the charge against Collins has been dropped.
Happy Friday to you. Warmer temperatures, the main story. Cloud cover work again, along with another quick hitting disturbance, but I do think we stay relatively dry. Let's take a look at satellite radar. That continues to be the big story. If we can, we'll show you cloud cover work again from the northwest to the southeast. Stray showers still possible as this weak disturbance does bring a few shower chances to the north and across portions of southern Ohio there. Wind speeds anywhere from 10 to 20 miles per hour, and those gusts still anywhere from 20 to 30 as we continue to look at those winds out of the west at 5 to 10. Now, people in southern and southeastern Kentucky have been lucky. They've been in the 60s for majority of the day. If you're up to the northwest, it hasn't been that way. 44 in Lexington, 46 in Moorhead, and that cooler air will continue to invade in tonight. Steve, we're going to be dropping down to 32 degrees with a stray rain chance and winds out of the west at 5 to 10. We'll take a look at the weekend forecast. It's a little on the cool side, but the good news is it is a dry one.
All right, Andrew, thank you. Several businesses in the city of Whitesburg are beginning to shut down. WYMT's Lauren McCourt talked with one shop owner about the struggles they have faced recently.
Everyone loves a good mom and pop store.
Small businesses are the backbone of the large businesses.
But with the decline in business, more and more are shutting their doors.
It's not because people don't love what they're doing when they started their businesses.
Josephine Richardson moved to Letcher County in 1969, and since then helped open 3 different businesses: Apple Shop, the Cozy Corner, and the Courthouse Cafe. But 3 years ago, due to the lack of revenue, the cafe had to close.
I mean, business was good, but we couldn't continue it.
As larger chains begin to take over,
our discounts don't allow us to really mark down very much.
Small businesses begin to dwindle.
It's questionable how many more years I'm going to be here.
But Mayor Kraft says the city government will do their best to begin helping out the local businesses.
To bring people in to create an atmosphere that makes them want to come to Whitesburg.
To keep more from shutting down. In Letcher County, Lauren McCourt, WYMT Mountain News.
Mayor Kraft says beginning in April, they'll begin hosting a car and bike show once a month to hopefully bring more visitors to the downtown area. The Louisville Zoo and Mega Cavern are finally back open today. It is the first time since that giant sinkhole opened up back on March 6th. Officials say the move to close the zoo was made with a lot of caution. We've learned that engineers performed an assessment of the land, which is on an unused portion of zoo land, as well as below ground in the Louisville Mega Cavern. The zoo will extend its winter discount pricing for the next week. Adult admission will cost $9.95 and kids drop to $6.95. An hour and a half, that's about how much longer we have to wait to see the Cats take the floor for their first game in the SEC tournament. WYMT's Will Puckett joins us now live from Bridgestone Arena with more from fans before the big game.
Steve, fans were here at noon filing into Bridgestone Arena to watch the first of two sessions today. The two games that took place during that session don't affect the Cats today or tomorrow. The only time it would affect them is on Sunday if they make it there. Now, Kentucky fans we talked to yesterday and today say that they are already looking forward to shot number 3 at the Tennessee Volunteers. But last night, all eyes were glued to the Ole Miss-Alabama game, as that is the one that directly affected who the Wildcats will face. Some fans are nervous. Others, well, they're just happy to be here at the SEC tournament.
Well, taking my son to the first his first SEC basketball tournament, and the Cats winning, and it's beating Tennessee tomorrow.
Kind of nervous. I mean, they beat us once, so, I mean, the anticipation for the game starts there, but I think we'll be all right.
Steve, just a little bit more than an hour now away from tip-off between Kentucky and Alabama here in the Music City. Now, we all know the Music City is famous for people coming to town hoping to get a big shot at making it into country music. One Kentucky alum looks to do just that. Amber Philpott has more.
For so many, the bright, shiny lights of the honky-tonks of Lower Broadway in Nashville are a beacon. For some, it works out. Others, the dream fades. Hannah Ellis first made her way to the Music City after graduating from UK in 2012. The Campbellsville native set her sights on performing and writing that next big hit.
But being able to pursue music for a living still feels like it's not real, because who, as a little kid, doesn't want to grow up and be a singer? And so very few of us actually chase that down. And
her time in Nashville has paid off. Next month, Ellis will hit the road on CMT's Next Woman of Country tour. It's full of girl power, her closest friends, and her name on the side of the tour bus.
3 females going out and doing a tour that CMT is supporting and putting on. And I mean, shout out to CMT and Leslie Fram for getting behind us and making this whole thing happen.
Ellis has been chasing this dream for about 10 years now, and there is nothing she enjoys more than the Big Blue Nation and her Wildcats coming to town to celebrate with her.
I was joking today that I think they brought the sunshine with them because it's been beautiful weather in Nashville since the UK fans showed up. But it feels so good to have so much of home here. There are a few things I love more than a sea of blue.
Steve, Big Blue Nation loves Nashville. You can almost say, be pretty sure that almost everybody loves Nashville. We were at the pep rally earlier, and it was crazy. We were standing right across from Rippy's Bar about 20 minutes ago, and you could hear C-A-T-S, Cats, Cats, Cats. You can be assured that Bridgestone Arena is going to be loud. Willie Hope will have more in sports, and we'll both have more at 6. For now, live outside Bridgestone Arena in Nashville, Will Puckett, WYMT Mountain News.
It's a great town, that's for sure. Will, thank you very much. Now we want to remind you about Hoops Hysteria on WYMT.com and your chance to play in our NCAA tournament bracket game. You can also compete against some of us and also win a 65-inch smart TV. A $1 million prize will be awarded nationally if someone correctly picks all games. You can register right now and fill out your bracket as soon as the pairings are announced Sunday night. You have until 15 minutes before the first game on March 21st to sign up. Coming up on Mountain News at 5:30, students around the world rally to bring attention to climate change. We'll share the message they want you to hear.
And cooler temperature is going to be the big story. There will be some sunshine for the weekend, and as we head into next week, maybe a warming trend. We'll break it all down coming up in 5 minutes.
Coming up tonight at 6, I talked to some students and a principal about why they are fundraising for a little girl in the community.
When you see news happening, dial star 57 or text your news tip to 5757. Services provided by Appalachian Wireless. Better service, bigger savings.
Take it to the bank during Sports Overtime on Friday night, sponsored by Citizens Bank of Kentucky.
3 new Nissans, 2 powerful Titans, 1 award-winning lineup. Save big on all of it at Nissan now. No brand received more J.D. Power Initial Quality Awards for cars and trucks than Nissan. Save big on Rogue with Safety Shield 360. Hurry in and experience why more people are loving Nissan now.